Alright guys, welcome back to the shop, and today is Sunday. We're going to be installing this smart Hitch camera and sensor system onto the 85 Chevy C30 dually. And I've had this, I bought this on Amazon probably early this year, and I've had it riding around in my other truck all year, and I decided that it's time to do something with it. And some of y'all might know, a couple years ago I got the eyeball system for Christmas, and it's a wireless deal where you just stick the camera on something metal. It's magnetic base, and it's shot a picture to a little tiny screen in the truck. Well, it worked fine for the first year, and then every year it'd get worse and worse and worse and more grainy, and finally it just quit working at all. So I no longer have that. I wouldn't recommend buying the eyeball, I-B-A-L-L system. This is put out by Hopkins Towing Solutions. It's got a, if you got a 7-pin factory hitch, it makes it real easy to plug into, but I don't have a 7-pin wire, so I'm gonna have to cut these two wires right here, red and black, and I'm going to have to wire them up. The red would go to the backup light, the black goes to ground. And first thing we got to do is figure out how we're going to get these cables into the cab. Here is the license plate camera, and it looks like it's got magnets on it, so if you wanted to, it's got a plug, so if you wanted to take it off, you could. It's removable, or you can mount it. I think if you mount it, you got to take these. Oh, wait a minute, never mind. These flip out. So these are other cameras, I guess, are sensors that you adjust. Right. We're learning as we go. I think this is the monitor. I read a little bit of the instructions, but not enough to recall it easily. So here's the monitor that goes into the cab. It's 3.5. It's about the size of the monitor that come with the eyeball system, so if it was on a gooseneck plugged in a cigarette lighter. And this does not plug into the cigarette lighter. This sticks with just like double-sided tape. And so it's compared to the iPhone 6, you can see it's quite small. 3.5. I think it'd probably be fine though. And then it comes with the installation cables, and it looks to me like all you really need is this backup wire and the ground that powers everything. So got these little things here to splice into a wire. It's got mounts like some kind of little grommet or something there, and that's about it. So I guess the first thing we need to do is figure out how we're going to stick this wire into the cab and get it into the cab first, and then we'll run the wire down the chassis to the rear. Alright, so it appears that this is a female, this is a male, and this is a male. So this has to go to the camera. So I don't know why they got everything wired right here on the end when it's all hooked up going to the back. I would have thought that would have went on the inside, but it cannot go to the inside because the camera has a female and this is a female. So this will go to the inside. So we look over here on the firewall, and see if we got a grommet that's I know it's backlit. Y'all ain't gonna be able to see too good. Look in here and see if we got a grommet that's got a hole big enough, or a grommet with, or something, a plug. So the only thing I see is this grommet right here. It's got a big split in it. I'm wondering if I got a grommet that will fit it right there. We can take that out. Because that's the only place that I really see that might stick something. So we can see that this grommet right here is already ripped. And I think we can make it work. I can get it to focus. I believe we can make this work. So that's what we're going to go in at. So right now I need to figure out where I want to mount this camera. You can see the mount on the back. It pretty much mount anywhere except sideways. I guess you could really mount upside down if you want to, but you kind of want to hide this plug. So I'm thinking, so I got this dash cover on here. I don't want to stick nothing to my dash pad. I'm thinking maybe mount it right in here on the side. I got to be able to see it, so try to set you up where you can see. So I've got this mount pretty loose. So I mount it here, and it can swivel a little bit, not a whole lot. You can swivel it more to the right than you can to the left. So that ain't really going to work. I don't want to mount it on my ashtray. I'm thinking I'm going to have to mount it up underneath, right in here. I don't want to. It's not a very good spot. I guess really the best spot's gonna be on this dash pad, but I really hate to do it. Way over yonder on the other side of this, on the other side of that would be, I can't open the ashtray or the glove box. So I've mounted on the dash pad, but I got this cover on this dash pad to help prevent it from cracking. It's already cracked pretty bad in the middle there, but that's really the only, other than that speaker that cracked there to start with. First day I got it, when I first got this truck, that dash pad wasn't cracked at all. But it's cracked here just from sitting in the sun, even with the pad on it. Kind of sucks, but I think that's going to be either in the front or on top right there is going to be the best place for it. I'm thinking right here is going to be the best place for it. It's just one of them deals where you just make up your mind and go for it, I guess. It's not ideal, but I can cover it up with a pad. Keep it from getting too hot. I'll mount it right here. see it pretty good from here, the driver's seat. And when I've got it parked, I can just take that cover and go over the top of it, and maybe try to help keep it out of the sun. Alright guys, well, I run into another issue. Apparently I confused myself about which end went to what. And I had the wrong end running here, so that means that I'm going to have an issue getting this thing to work without my backup lights working. So I may have to wire it into the brake lights. Don't want to do that, but maybe the only way of getting power until I can get around to fixing the backup switch. The neutral safety switch works when it's in reverse drive or whatever. You can't even turn the switch to the on position. It's like it's got a block in it. But the backup light switch is on the steering column up under everything, and you pretty much have to drop the steering column to get to it. So for now, I think I'm just going to wire it into the brake switch, and we'll see what that looks like. I've got it hooked up. I'm going to tie wrap it down there in one of them holes, and I'm going to pull the slack out of it so that I got enough to run to the back. Alright, on the hood here, we got a big crack. I'm going to end up having to put some electrical tape on this, close that gap up. I think we can just follow this wiring harness as it goes down and just tie wrap it to it. But eventually we're going to get down here to where we start splitting off and going all these other wires. So I'm hoping we're going to have enough. This is a long bed truck, but should be enough. So let me start rolling this stuff around. I got to feed it down through here somehow or another and tie wrap it in. Or I could just drop right down here and tie wrap to the frame and just run the frame down. We'll see how it goes. I got it routed all the way back and kind of see it hanging down right there. Just enough, I believe, to do it. So now we need to put this tag on this, put this sensor where its tag's at. So it looks like we got a nice little hole right here. Well, I mean, we could go either way, but I think that hole right there is going to be our best bet. Tags got to fit up on these sensors. Should be enough room to get them if I can get them to work right. Camera is adjustable also. So, alright, so now that's on. All we need to do is hook it up and splice the hot and ground wires in. We'll try it out. Yeah, let's see if it works. I just basically tied it into one of the turn signals. But it should work with a brake light. I don't care for that damn beeping noise. Barely see the ball. what it's doing is it's picking up that the tripod. What I need to do, and I like how it's got the center. So we let off the brake, put on the brake. I kind of like that, but if I ever get my damn, I'm shaking. If I ever get my reverse light working, I'll tie it into it. Alright, looks like it's a good to go. We'll got a trailer to hook up to. I'm gonna try it out and see how it works. I'm gonna try to hold y'all up here where you can see as I back up to the trailer over here. Leave your foot on the brake. That's the only bad thing I see right now. Too far. Let's see what it looks like. Man, that is dead on it right there. So it looks like you rolled too far. I think I'm gonna like this a whole lot better than that eyeball. I probably did roll back a little further than I had to. Well, I figured out one more feature I wanted to add to this video. It's got a little volume button over here on the side. And that's the way I like it. No more beeping.